Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Greedfall, the Dying World. Last episode, we got more equipment sold off and equipped and all that kind of stuff, and we're about ready to move on to the next main quest, which involves communing with, communing in here. Where do we need to go? We need to go to... hidden cave in the ruins. Way up there, okay. I think we need to go there from here. So, to the ruins encampment. Approaching the dock. This will not take too long.
Here's the coast.
There we go. And now, we are going to take you, definitely. You are our tanky defender, and let's go ahead and take you. That should work out. Alright, and from here... Yep, we want to go this way. Let's go commune with the land. Oh, okay, I guess we have a bunch of monkeys to deal with. Not exactly the best place to throw that down, I have to admit. Oh wow, you're actually killing them in a single hit. It's taking me a couple of hits, but you guys are doing it in one. Alright. Still gonna be easy to get to. Down this way. And there's the cave. Somehow I doubt there's going to be anyone left around here. Nope, that's a dead end.
I remember the feelings of joy mixed with sadness that I felt when we came here for the first time. Surrounded by our own, I felt safe, even though I saw to what extent they had suffered to make a life here.
Yes, they were prisoners, like you and Milan, former slaves who'd escaped. I should have taken you somewhere safer.
You couldn't have known.
This place brings back memories that I would prefer to forget. What a shock when Laden transformed herself.
We must finish the preparations for the ritual. The time has come.
Indeed it has. Oh, looks like we got some enemies we need to take out. Alright, nice place to put that, I think.
My armor is completely ruined.
Okay, armor's down, but we're okay. Okay, that one's taken down. Almost. Down goes that one. Go help finish off that one. One more. And there we go. Okay. I am going to give Milan a healing, just in case something happens. Okay. Let's place the thing.
The Guardian's head has been honorably prepared and placed. We may now begin the ritual.
Let's begin.
Ato olcam frangi e brandi ole hanememen. Ades dama hramam. Linquid dam da veru evridanas te hanemo avelu data lugedan. Klus data hauan buledi data ragam kengu entagamem. Qua en anemam hark sa emiedi.
Oh boy.
I'm well, even if I am exhausted and disorientated. What I felt is difficult to describe. I was laden. Suddenly I felt my body shredded in an explosion of terrific rage. Then I was that rage, and I became something else. I was immense. My roots digging into the depths of the earth, my peaks touching the sky. But I was wounded and full of hatred, and then I saw myself. Tiny, sitting here, as if hiding in a shard of my past powerful greatness.
It was violent. Terribly so. The spirit of the continent. Gakan is of a completely different nature than on Milfrichtimen. A vengeful and destructive will devours it entirely. I am not surprised that anyone binding with it is transformed immediately.
That's it. I was all of Gakan. And I was full of infinite suffering, as if thousands of needles were piercing my skin. I felt violated and dying, as if some horrifying illness had infected me.
I sensed in my mountaintops the place where I wanted to bond. Something there continued to draw from my power.
You're describing this as if you truly felt it. I am so sorry for you. It must have been horrible.
You're going to need to rest after this. Did you see anything that could help us anticipate Kernaz's next movements?
Yes. Other than the caverns, I felt certain places as if they were my own internal organs beating with energy. I suppose that these are places of power. Places where bonding rituals might be performed as well.
I know this might be a stupid question, but do you think you could locate them?
Would you know how to find your heart? Yes. I felt where they can be found. One of them we know already. It's the one on the lands of the congregation, near the border with your country. There were others beyond there. I don't know how they are called, but I could show them to you on a map.
I suggest we notify the Dutan Embassy to ensure that these powerful places are properly guarded.
Excellent idea, Ludwig. Even if it would be risky for Kernaz to send men directly into the heart of enemy territory.
Agreed. Since it only requires a small detachment of men to create one of these creatures, surveillance would not hurt.
Alas, there were also several on these lands. And these could be easily exploited by the General. There were two twins. One a great chasm to the north of Olima, a cancer in my flesh, and the other touched my peaks. I imagine that it's a mine near another site of ruins in the mountains. There was another to the north, still within my entrails, near a long, wet scar.
You're speaking of the Tyne Canal, I think. There are numerous Astrian ruins in the region. This place must be one of them.
That is possible. There are so many, my head is spinning. Concerning the twin sites, I believe the one in the mountain heights is where Nilan bonded himself. We know there was a mine nearby. That's probably the other twin site. It was leaking pus. Much more wounded than the others.
Till, Safia, do you know this mine?
That would be an old copper mine. I think it's abandoned.
I concur. Production was stopped years ago. The copper was eventually depleted after centuries of exploitation.
Yet,
That explains that.
still I sensed that something was going on there. We should go and see.
I agree. I felt the same thing. As if something were stretching me.
Kernaz chose this place to continue his research, and it will be heavily guarded.
And your vision of the ruins near the border?
It was a place like the others. I just recognized it more easily because we had been there. Great battles were fought there in ancient times, weren't they?
Yes. The war between the Empire and the Free Cities, supported by the Congregation, spilled over all the way to those lands. The earth must still be drenched in the blood of the poor soldiers who perished there.
Yes. There was so much blood spilled.
Perhaps. But we went there and a ritual was already performed. It wouldn't seem an urgency to return.
Yes. It's to the mines that we should go first. Something is going on there.
Okay. So that's what we have here. Let's see. During the ritual, he sends many potential bonding sites scattered across the mainland. To stop Kernaz from creating more guardians for his army, you must inform the local authorities so they can protect and monitor these sites. Go to the ambassador of the Dutan Empire in Peren and inform her of places of power that might interest Kernaz. Visit Prince de Vespe to inform him of places of power, and Sir Francis. We also have the Keldag Mine. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. We can inform the others later, but going to the mine does sound like a good idea. Let's return to the Constancia. So this should be relatively easy. Oh, you guys all have things to say, don't you? Alvida.
I'm glad you came to see me. I'd like you to come with me, so we can put an
Oh.
end to this business concerning my mother. I've had time to think about what we've discovered. About the fact that my father gave the order to sink a ship that was transporting a diplomat. I want to understand why he did it. To do that, we need to question the Imperial Ambassador. Would you be willing to go with me to Peren?
You know what? I think that's what we'll do first. We agree.
Of course. Let's go. I'm also curious to find out the reasons for what happened.
Thank you. Your help and support mean a lot to me. Let's set a course for the embassy.
Indeed we shall. We can ask her, would you teach me to understand the sea?
After the ritual I conducted, I wondered if the ocean also had a spirit. Like our island or this continent. I would like to find out, but I would need a guide. Someone who could teach me the language of the sea. Would you help me?
Of course. I'd be happy to. But I am not a Donaecad. How would I know what to teach you?
Oh, trust your instincts.
Let your captain's instinct guide you. I'm sure that it will lead us in the right direction.
That's very kind. I suppose I'm willing to try then. I admit that I don't really know where to start.
Alright. Well, at least
I
that's
won't
a bit with
bother you.
Alvida. And I'd be glad to learn about that. Anyone else have anything to say? Seems the answer is no. Okay, so... we want to go lifting the veil. Dutan's ambassador in Peren. Which is over in here. We do need to speak with her as well about the other things. So let's head over. Should be relatively easy. And we can dock. Definitely taking you. You will be our healer. And you will be our tank for the moment. Alright, fortunately, it's a relatively quick and easy run. The embassy is right in here. Alright, it's the Duchess we gotta talk to here. Greetings! We need to talk.
You're back? What do you want?
So, ask her about the diplomatic ship that was sunk.
Have you heard about a ship that sank a few years ago? An Alliance diplomat was on board, en route for negotiations.
That's a well-kept secret. The mission was highly classified.
May I answer the ambassador?
Go right ahead, Alvida.
Madam Ambassador, my mother captained the vessel that sank the diplomat ship. She was so horrified she let herself die in a storm. Though the order came from her commander was taking orders from someone I wished to meet. I must understand why this happened.
You just confessed that your mother, a Naut, sabotaged our peace negotiations?
My friend chose honesty, Your Grace. It's delicate, but we must learn the truth.
I'd also like to get to the bottom of this matter. For decades, we've been hoping to negotiate a truce, or even a peace treaty. We knew it would be complicated. Not everyone was in favor. It became a state secret when the Alliance negotiators' ship sank.
Who gave the order? You said people didn't want peace.
I don't have names. Anyone whose business is war could be responsible. The Guard, the Nauts themselves, the Congregation for Profit, or even Ptolemy to keep an ally. And factions within the Empire and the Alliance.
Some Dootan nobles would frown on peace with the Alliance, but the people wouldn't.
Thank you for sharing, Your Grace.
I hope we find the mastermind behind this atrocity.
Alright, we'll save the main quest for
We shall
later.
leave now, Your Excellency.
Goodbye.
So, how are we to find this out then? Oh,
We didn't learn much from the Imperial Ambassador. We don't know my father's motivations.
What now?
We should go to Yuxantis. We can learn more about the contract my father signed before the attack. Oh, the master of the shipyard might know something.
well, that's at least promising. Master of the shipyard. Okay. In that case, to the world map. We want to go to Yuxantis and the master of the shipyard. It's over there. Dock away. Alright, that was a fairly quick trip. There isn't anything on here, is there? No, there is not. Okay. Let's speak with the master of the shipyard in here.
Greetings. I hope you've recovered from your incarceration, Captain Alvida.
I mean, it's been
Yes,
months.
thank you, Master. And allow me to thank you again for your aid.
Please, Captain, it was only fair. I hope you like your new ship.
Enormously. And I thank you for choosing the one you did.
I suspected you would appreciate it, given its history. She needed work, the Constancia. She had suffered, but she was waiting for you.
Let's see. Get him to talk about Barcelos' old contracts.
What can you tell us about the old contracts of Admiral Barcelos' fleet?
I gather from your question that Captain Alvida is curious about her family's history.
Yes, Master. I would like to understand how my father conducted his business in years gone by. He doesn't tell me everything, and some of his past contracts intrigue me.
You know, there are some matters I can't discuss with you. The Guild is very protective of its secrets, as you well know. I would say it all started when journeys to Tier 4D became more frequent a few years ago. That sea was entrusted to Admiral Cabral. Your father kept the southern continental seas, which put him in a tough spot. The continental routes are safer, but also much less lucrative, and his fleet began to run low on money. I know that he accepted a number of contracts, the details of which I don't know, but which helped him weather the storm. It was rumored that these contracts were not entirely worthy of the Guild, but the Admiral managed to keep them secret.
Let Alvida make her case.
Please, Master. I need to know what happened back then. There are far too many secrets and things left unsaid between my father and me.
I understand, but unfortunately I've never seen the contracts myself. Your father kept them secret from everyone. They must be somewhere in the library, but I doubt anyone would be allowed to see them, even a captain like yourself. Rumor has it that there is a secret room in the library that even our dear librarian cannot enter. I can't say if it's true, or if the Admiral would have hidden the contracts there.
Thank you, Master.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Well, that's our next direction. The library.
My father had trouble financing his fleet, but we don't know who hired him.
As for the contract, there is that secret room in the Great Library.
The idea of sneaking in there doesn't sit well, but we have no choice. At night, at the changing of the guard, the door is briefly left unwatched. I'm counting on your stealth. Touch nothing if not required.
We'll do what we can. So we need to wait until nightfall to sneak into the library. Okay, well. We'll need to go into the inn and rest for a bit. Which is this way. This way, I think? Yes. Oh, no, I do need to go up that ramp. Okay. Then we head upstairs. Here we can rest for a little bit. Rest till night. Okay, perfect time to sneak into the library. Okay. Guards aren't there, let's head in.
Keep out of sight and avoid the guards. They're my people.
Right, let me drop a save. Alright, let's see what we can find around here. So we need to get to the other side. This way. Yep, this seems to be the best route.
Hey, no.
Let's see. Oh, hello. This comprehensive volume compiles accounts from various knots, each more ancient and fantastical than the last, forming a catalog of legendary sea creatures and their alleged habitats. Each two-page spread presents the transcription of a sighting on the one side and an illustration of the mythical creature on the facing page.
I never thought my father enjoyed old legends.
Hey! Who goes there?
Perhaps on the upper floor?
This section is dedicated to not myths and legends.
Hello.
Oh, that's odd. There's another copy of this book in my father's office.
Found the secret office. Excellent. Hey, managed to pick this lock. Barcelos Blades and not agreement. This dossier, which is several pages long, represents a standard not agreement. The opening page summarizes the subject of the contract. In accordance with guild customs, this is a binding agreement between a purchaser and a senior knot officer for the performance of a task at sea, the details and terms of which are hereinafter set out. Failure by either party to comply with all or part of these terms may result in penalties commensurate with damage incurred, the validity of which shall be subject to review by the legal representatives of both parties. Purchaser, General Kernaz. Guild Representative Barcelos. Subject of agreement, destruction of a diplomatic vessel leaving a Lima bound for Peren. Fees, 150,000 gold coins. The ensuing pages provide a precise description of the various clauses of the contract in terms intended for legal practitioners and other notaries.
Kernaz again? How could my father have worked with him?
This contract is old. He's been maneuvering to become emperor for years.
Oh, I need some fresh air.
Got it. Now we just need to leave. Oh, there's something over there I can pick up. I'm curious. For the attention of all custodians at the Great Library of Yuxantis, please refrain from touching this bust. Anyone who causes it to fall will have to answer to me. To whom it may concern, Admiral Barcelos.
We have a key with no lock.
Oh, and there's someone up here. You know what? I think we've gotten what we need. We can head out of here. Oh. I don't know where they're going. Okay, she's going downstairs.
Hey, there's something moving over there.
Up, 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 up. We need her to leave.
No, I must have been mistaken.
Okay, there we go. She's going up in a direction we don't need her to go. Or we do need her to go, actually. We don't need to go there. Okay, we can head around this way. Head this way. And we can get out of here.
So my father was already working with Kernaz all those years ago. He agreed to sink a ship for him. And not just any ship.
He was having financial problems and took the first contract that came along.
Yes. And he did it without considering the consequences. With no regard for the lives of so many people on the continent. Or even his wife's.
The people of the continent always put their own immediate needs first. They never consider the long-term consequences. The state of Gakan is proof of that.
I must speak with him. I need an explanation. With this contract in our possession, he'll have to answer.
I think I can already guess what the answer is going to be. If he didn't take the contract, his fleet would have collapsed. He wouldn't have been able to pay off any outstanding debts, pay for maintenance of the ships, pay for effectively anything. That was the implication. So it was either take the questionable contract, or let the fleet be destroyed. If it's anything simpler or stupider than that, I'm going to be a little upset, but I have a feeling that's probably what it's going to be.
Well then, I hope you've been able to recover from this difficult trial. I admit, I feel a bit guilty about what happened to you.
Yeah, about that, let Alvida ask him for an explanation.
Alvida, was there something you wanted to say to your father?
Yes. Father, we learnt of your involvement in the attack on a ship transporting a diplomat to Peren a few years ago. We found the contract you signed with General Kurnaz for this mission. Not only did this mission ruin any chance of peace on the continent, it also caused my mother's death.
I knew that if you kept digging, you'd eventually learn the truth. You've always been this way. Getting to the bottom of things, even if it hurts you. You must understand that at the time, my fleet was in danger of falling apart. Everything I did was to maintain our importance on the continent. But I didn't truly understand what Kurnaz was asking us to do.
Yes. And by doing it, it's as if you killed my mother with your own hands.
And that only increased Kurnaz's influence. It allowed him to become the menace to the world that he is today.
That's true. Ever since, Kurnaz has had leverage over me and regularly demands more favors. I allowed myself to be drawn into a spiral of destruction and death for helping a man in exchange for a few coins. It cost me my wife, and it almost cost me my daughter. In a way, I'm glad you finally found out. It's time for the truth to come out. For Kurnaz to lose his hold over me, and for me to pay the price for my actions. I will request a meeting of the Council, where I will explain the situation to them, and resign from my position as Admiral. I realize that this will not be enough to earn your forgiveness. I cannot forgive myself for what happened to your mother. But I hope that at the very least, you will no longer be ashamed of your father's actions.
Okay, then.
What now? Let him resign or forgive him?
I don't know. I was hoping he'd defend himself. He just gave up. I don't know what to do. Despite his poor choices, he's a good admiral. And he's all I have left.
It's difficult. I'm sorry.
Should I forgive and tell him not to resign?
Oh, this is honestly a choice for her to make. It's not my decision whether she should forgive or not. It's all her choice, her decision. I shouldn't be the one to make this decision for her. What would I do in this situation? I don't even know. I guess if it had to be me, I'd take note of the fact that if he didn't take the money, his fleet would have collapsed, and he chose to make a deal with the devil, one that cost him greatly in the long run, despite the terrible task. Advise her to forgive Barcelos.
Your father's already paid for his mistake. Maybe coming clean before the council is enough. He is a good admiral. I think, deep down, you've already forgiven him.
Thank you. I'd like to talk to him before he resigns. Will you come with me?
I will indeed. This episode is going long, but I'd like to finish this up. We're right at the end of this quest. One more conversation, I think. Alright, let's talk to him.
Father.
Alvida? What are you doing here? Have you come to make sure I'm relinquishing my position?
No. I'm here to keep you from making a huge mistake.
I'm not sure I follow you.
You made a bad decision once. You paid dearly for it. And you're willing to face the consequences, and that's why I've decided to forgive you. Tell the council what happened. Promise you'll use your position to promote the guild and restore its image. But don't quit. Your fleet still needs you.
I didn't think you'd ever find it in you to forgive me. Once again, I've underestimated you. Thank you, Alvida. No father has ever been prouder than I am of you today. And thank you for supporting her and being here with her. The council will soon be in session. You should go now.
Good speed, Father. I wanted to thank you for your help and support you gave me throughout our inquiry. Without you, I would still be plagued by doubt and a desire for revenge.
Do you feel better now?
Yes, I feel liberated. Even though we still have a lot to do together, my mind is at peace.
And huzzah! Alvida's personal quests are done. And with that, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, we'll try the abandoned mine. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Vridengeir. This has been a Let's Play of Greedfall, the Dying World. And I shall see you all next time.